Hi my ninjas, how are you guys doing? It's your girl Owamie, aka Miss Fearful, coloring back for all entertainment. If it's the first time joining me, almost definitely welcome. Please do make sure that you subscribe and obviously hit the bell. I am so to love you, and do not forget, follow me on Instagram, TikTok and Twitter. It's at boldly Owamie. Now my ninjas, I'm gonna go ahead and just explain a question that I actually saw and some questions that I saw in my DMs. There were some people that were asking if you are online attending the event that's happening on the 3rd of June, which is obviously our first YouTube masterclass, and if you're physically coming, then how come the prices are the same? Now, first of all, a plate of food is not that expensive, so trust and believe the meal is not going to cost much. Okay, that's the first thing. The second thing, I am doing this physically so that I can encourage people to physically come so that we can do everything. Having to teach you how to edit online, it's not an easy job. It absolutely is not. So I know that people that are going to be online, you are going to get a lot of information, but there might be some things that actually skip you a bit. The reason why I want to see you, I want to be there, I want to show you and this and that, is because I know that physically meeting is gonna benefit you a little bit more. Now that is just simply for me to say I'm encouraging you, because I don't want that I'll have more people online and a few people here because there's maybe $200 that was knocked off the original price, but you're not going to get as much as if you were to actually come. Do you guys actually understand like what I'm trying to say here? So I'm simply just encouraging you. Pay the same. If you want to come physically, you can. If you're gonna join in via virtual, then you also obviously will do that. The other thing again that is that I do have a lot of international ninjas that are saying that, hey, we want to pay, how do we pay? Please use PayPal or MoneyGram. For MoneyGram, please use my legal names. I'm gonna go ahead and put them here, or you can just send a WhatsApp message to the numbers on the poster, and then they will give you the details for the MoneyGram and also for the PayPal, which PayPal you should actually make a payment to. So after you do that, you take the proof of payment and send via WhatsApp. We're gonna trace that, and obviously then we're going to confirm your booking. So yeah, it's happening on the 3rd. I'm really excited. Some of you guys have started paying, and I'm like really getting excited to see this actually coming together. I cannot wait, guys. Like, I'm gonna show you guys and give you guys all the information that I have and that I actually can, and so I'm really excited about that. Also, I do have to say, if you are someone that is an entertainment blogger and you wanna come, I honestly have no discrimination, except for probably just 2 people. I wouldn't take their money. If those 2 paid, I'd be like, no, okay, like I'd kick them out, like honestly, like I'm just not doing that. But even if you're an entertainment blogger, to be honest with you, I do want you guys to also succeed. I know there's this whole misconception, hey, this and this, but I literally have no beef with nobody. If you want to come, you can come. The 2 that I'm saying that I wouldn't is simply just because I don't like them. Not that I hate them, I just don't like them. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into this channel. Today we're going to talk about Mihlali and the El Tido interview that she had on the podcast. Now, I do not want to get flagged, so what I'll do is that I will minimize the screen when I play the video, and I will actually just skew the voice a little bit. And of course we're going to go ahead and actually comment on what Mihlali had to say. So on the podcast, she was asked about her married boyfriend, who is Leroy Sidambe, okay, Mary Jane Sidambe's husband, from what we still know right now, and what she confirmed, that he's still legally a married man. Now, this is the question that she was asked, and this is the answer, that she actually gave.
Right, that when you guys started dating, he was married. Is that true?
No. Well, I mean, obviously, because he's not divorced, like, legally, but
that does take a long time for that to happen.
Yes, it's a long process, and I mean, I feel like we've seen celebrities go through, I mean, obviously I have to make celebrities an example because it's known to the public. We've seen people who have filed for divorce or whatever, but they still continue with their lives and they do get into relationships. So that's the situation my partner and I are in. It is the reality of things, and yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so was that so hard?
No.
Yeah, I think you made it clear.
But
for
also,
people.
the thing is, I also feel like there's no need. I mean, I've watched and I've let people say whatever they want, because at the end of the day, I'm not going to be clarifying something that's not my situation. I'm dating him.
Okay.
You know? Everything else, I feel like I don't have a right to speak on because it's not my situation. If there's anyone who ever wants to clarify, it should be the parties who are involved in that situation.
Yeah, but this situation, you are also involved. I
I'm
asked about you.
involved.
I asked
I'm
about you
dating
being
him.
involved with him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't ask the other questions, you know.
Okay, ninjas, now obviously you guys did see that clip. First of all, I feel like at this point we can all just conclude that girl wanted to lie, or she did lie. How is it that she's saying no to the question that is being asked, to say when she started dating her boyfriend was married? She said no. She did not say yes but separated. She just said no, which I feel that's a lie, because we all know he was still married. From what we know, he still is legally married, do you understand? But anyway, I also want to go ahead and just debunk some of this, or give you guys some few dates and the things that have been said, and you guys can make your own conclusion. Because for me, I do find that there's a lot of information that it's actually at this point a bit contradictory. Now, I am sorry to have to do this, read this very, very old thing, but I do want you guys to actually get it, because if I just went on to read the part that I want you guys to hear, some people will say, oh, she deliberately left other parts, because I know how y'all do. I know you. I know some of you. But anyway, let's go ahead and just read the statement that Leroy Dambe put out the time that obviously Beku Shushu, about everybody, the grandmother, the grandchildren were going in on Mihlali. Well, not everyone. We also have girls that date married men that were like sticking up for her like nobody's business. We saw you. But anyway, this is what he said. Before anything else, I am a father whose sole aim is to protect and provide for my two beautiful children. I've consistently shielded them from this period of change of our lives. They are the only reason I sought to have a quiet separation from my estranged wife. Now, mind you, this nigga was out here throwing his own wife under the bus, okay? But anyway, let's go ahead and continue. That's in my opinion. And the respect that I have for both our families. With profound sadness, I found myself having to pen a public statement in defense of my personal life and those I love dearly. In March, this is the part that I want you guys to keep in mind. In March of this year, now this year was 2022, after many months of trying to make things work, I took steps towards a separation from my marriage and marital home. Now, this nigga never said in March I separated. He said I took steps towards, which means that's you taking step towards. That's not you reaching the destination of separating. Please keep that in mind, okay? While still maintaining access to my children. According to my understanding, and that conveyed by my lawyers, this meant that my estranged wife and I were free to live our lives as we saw fit, free to move on in whatever manner we chose as single individuals. In this time, I met a woman and I fell in love with. It has been heartbreaking to see her name dragged daily on social media for loving me loudly and boldly. Now, mind you guys, the loudly and boldly that he's talking about is the loudly and boldly that was randomly picked up when Musa Kaula actually leaked this information. The constant harassment she received instigated by my estranged wife's associates. Now, I never knew that Musa Kaula was actually an associate of Mary Jane Sidambe, but I don't know, because the person I saw instigating and doing the actual, I would call it borderline harassment, was Musa Kaula, but okay. In unbearable and quite frankly not safe for anyone's mental well-being. Mihlali Namaze is like us all is, Mihlali Namaze, like us all, is human and has a right to follow her heart on who she loves. She is a self-sufficient woman who has austerely ran her businesses, which does not deserve this kind of hateful intrusion upon her life and work. I can no longer turn a blind eye to the effect of cyberbullying has had on her. The constant defaming of those who work in the public space has to stop. In my view, cyberbullies are spineless and hateful people who hide behind a keyboard to strip others of their success with untruthful quotes as facts. That is fact. But Leroy Sidambe, but to be honest with you, Mr. Sidambe, Musakaul actually did put out facts about you guys. The fact that y'all were in a relationship, which you later on then came and obviously proved that he was actually right. And how I say that he proved is the fact that they celebrated their 1-year anniversary, and that date was on the 11th of March. Now, there's also a story that I saw from the popcorn room, which I did see a ninja saying that the popcorn room has now become boring. It has become a Mihlali and who is this? I'm so sorry, your DJ, Barigmang's Telo. Fan page, and I honestly do have to say they used to be like groundbreaking. They used to be the one that bring us the tea, but I do feel like they kiss Mihlali's ass a lot, okay? Like Mihlali and Leroy, and you can see that it does seem like they have got some sort of problem, because anytime they talk about Mary Jane Sidambe, it's just, in my opinion, I feel like it's always just in a negative way. They even posted that story of how allegedly Mary Jane Sidambe had cheated for many years, this and trying to spin the story off and make it seem like Mary Jane was like somehow the villain in this story. They did end up deleting that crap, because I truly do still believe even till today that it was crap. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into this. So they did say that fun fact, I think I did screenshot, but I don't want to go into my phone because it's far, but they were talking about how Leroy Sidambe and Mihlali actually, let me get this so that I do not get it wrong. Okay, so I tried to get the screenshot, guys. I can't get it because it's been a while, but don't quote me on this. If I'm not too mistaken, they were talking about how Mihlali and Leroy FaceTimed for 10 days before they actually met. So I don't know if they were saying that they dated for 10 days before they actually met, or they were just FaceTiming towards obviously this relationship, you know, but 10 days. So if the anniversary was on the 11th, I would say then, you know, your anniversary, I doubt that they've met the first day, and that first day was the day that they decided, hey, we just met maybe by the mall, and hey, I love you, our relationship starts today. No, I don't believe in that. So the 11th of March, we know this is the day that they started dating. Now the question should be, when did they start meeting? Okay, and let's also put in account the allegations that the popcorn room was saying that 10 days before they actually physically met, they were on FaceTime. So if we remove 10 days from 11, it means that from the 1st of March or from the 2nd of March, that was when they started maybe communicating before they could physically meet. That's something that I would actually have to assume. And now there's also the aspect of who asked for whose numbers, you know, and when was that? Was it somewhere in February, which Leroy was still then with his wife? And Leroy is saying that in March. He never said beginning of March. He never said mid-March. He never said the end of March. That's the first thing. The second thing, Leroy said in March, he started taking steps towards a separation. So if it's a matter of they started dating on the 11th, what the popcorn room said was the truth, and they had 10 days of communicating, then it would make sense, and I would now fully believe the article that alleged that Mihlali was actually the breaker in this marriage. She was part of my brigado, you know, that she did get with this guy or started communicating with this guy whilst he was still in his house before the separation, because in March, that was when he started taking steps towards the separation. And so do you guys like understand like where I'm at? So for her to come out and now still say that, oh, I have like I'm not involved, honey, Juwi is involved, honey, okay? Juwi is involved. I think that maybe when it comes to this topic, if ever they ask her about like, you know, Leroy and his wife, maybe her comment from now on should just be, I have no comment, because you say, no, he wasn't married. It's like, honey, why is you lying in front of everybody? During the people, during the public, you shouldn't lie. Just say, I don't want to talk about it. No comment when it comes to that. I'm here for my business and my career. Ask me only about that. I'm not interested in my, I guess, my boyfriend's love life. That wouldn't seem right. Just say, yeah, I'm only here to talk about me. Because now you kind of like end up entangling yourself in things that you now claim ungenapi, ungenile mus. All right. But anyway, for me, I feel like this is a topic that we will forever disagree on, because there are certain people that are just like, it's her boyfriend now, let's just move on. Njani sisi, njani, okay? And the dates, guys, they're just not dating. I won't even lie, they're not. This man said in March he took steps towards a separation. On the 11th of March, that is when him and his girlfriend's relationship started. And then also people that are literally acting like her fans that would defend them up and down, they are the ones that now are talking about. Fun fact, Mihlali and Leroy spoke for 10 days before they actually met. And I was like, we know that Musakaula came out here and alleged that Leroy paid him some money so that, you know, he could stop, which he didn't. He came out and exposed, obviously. I just feel like the guy is also just a thief. How is you going to accept 20k and then after that come out and tell us you took 20k and still don't stop on the agreement that you guys had? I think it is just a fraudster, because that definitely should go down as fraud or something, you know. I'm talking about Mr. Kaula. But I just was sitting and I was like, I wouldn't put it past Leroy to can pay maybe the popcorn room to make sure that they spin a positive narrative when it comes to this. Like, that's something that I was just, you know, in my mind, you understand. If Musa Kaula is alleging that he paid him, then what would stop him to pay a different blog? You understand? Like, if he couldn't get what he wanted this side, why couldn't he go to a different blog, which popcorn room is big, to try spin a positive narrative? Because for me, I'm sitting here and I'm just like, it's only Mihlali and Leroy that would know fully, you know, when it comes to this. So it's either the popcorn room would have gotten this information maybe from either Mihlali or Leroy, or from one of their close friends that maybe they actually told. But the core people that would know this information, I feel like it would be Leroy and Mihlali, right? And so yeah, I mean, cause at first, do you guys remember, like, the popcorn room was the one that also like posted about it to say that, hey, Mihlali broke up this marriage, blah blah blah, if I'm not too mistaken. If I remember well, I think they did, to say that Leroy, I mean, they posted the article to say Leroy leaves his wife for Mihlali, something like that, if I'm not too mistaken, man. Don't sue me on this and don't quote me. But, you know, if my memory serves me right, I remember they posted when the news was just coming out to confirm. That's how it went to the public, right? And so all of a sudden, the popcorn room changed its tune very, very quick. And if you look at it, they don't post anything negative about Mihlali. So I'm just like, yo, is y'all getting paid? Because, you know, they don't know who would get paid. And then we can only come here and say, date married man. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. Especially if he's rich. But anyway, go ahead and comment below what you think when it comes to this. From Owamie, I love you guys. Manje, Mike, I kijane in the comment sections, because I know I'm a bulldozers are definitely coming for me. Come, say whatever you want in the comment section, it's fine. But anyway, guys, yeah, when it comes to the interview, I felt it was a bit interesting. I didn't watch. I did watch clips though of it. I did see the clip where she was asking who is Nota. Do I think Mihlali does not know who Nota is? I don't think so. I think she knows who Nota is, because Nota says a lot of crap about Mihlali. And so when he trends, she would also be trending. So unless if she's not on Twitter, I don't know, because I know there's a lot of people that have mentioned her and Nota. So at this point, her claiming to not know Nota, I feel like it was just a jab towards Nota. Do I think he deserves it? I do. I do. I feel like Nota has said a lot about Mihlali. So, you know, that's fair, girl. Go on and keep it moving. But anyway, I love you and just stay blessed. Happy Friday. And I will see you guys in my next upload. Bye.